everyone, I'm Adventure James, and today we are going to be talking about the new update coming to Twisted, and this is Twisted 1.21.2, and it is going to be releasing today at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're going to go through the entire changelog today, going through all the changes and all the images and links that can try to connect up with this changelog, as we don't know anything else because we do not have access to the update just yet until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off, we have the reworked tornado system. This includes the improved wall clouds and tail clouds, so they look a lot more realistic. The improved debris cloud behavior is a lot better as well, so they're not just swirling all around and there's not much of a dust cloud to begin with. And the tornado behavior and visuals have been significantly improved. And improved subvorticity behavior and visuals as well, so now there's more chances of subvorts, and you actually can see them a lot better, so you have a higher chances of seeing subvorts. Tornado roars have also been improved to be more realistic and much more intense when you have a more intense tornado as well. And then tornado whiffs are now more correlated with thermodynamics, because tornado whiffs prior to this update can widen out to whatever they want. It's just based off any type of risk. And you can have probably a mile wide tornado during a slight or enhanced risk, which now has been changed to where tornado whiffs are now more correlated with thermodynamics, which is a good thing. Next, we have reworked Windfield dynamics. Windfields are now more gusty, which means they can go ranging from wind speeds up and down a lot faster, and you can have a significantly higher gust. So let's say you're at 70 miles an hour, you can have a gust all the way up to, I think, 120 to 130 miles per hour, all at once. That's why Windfields are now more gusty, more like it's a more tornado feel. And then wind fields now can change shape and size significantly more frequent, which means you can have a unlimited amount of shapes and sizes for the wind fields. You can be inside the wind field 1 second, and then the next second you're not even in the wind field at all, as they can change much more frequent and significantly. And the second best part of this update is the improved storm spawns. Spawns are now more random and unpredictable, and with them being more random, it's a lot better to have them more random, because in 1.21.1, you can go have a storm. Let's say there's a storm motion of northeast. Every single time we had that, storms always form near Hibben, and that's always where they always track. They always track northeast of Hibben. And now, in this update, they can farm anywhere, and they're more unpredictable as well. And now, spawnlets correspond a lot better with the storm motion as well. So let's say there's a southeast day, and somehow these storms spawn in the southern part of the map and somehow move north. So now they correspond a lot better with the storm motion. They more have an effect on it now. The storm atmosphere and visuals were improved even more as well. Rain currents are improved to be much more realistic and much more immersive. And the storm bases as well have become much more immersive, and they can have a little bit more scuddy to the bottom of the clouds as well. So there's a bit more scud now here and there. So you can see, so let's say there's a tornado warned storm and there's no funnel yet, but the scud can look like a funnel, but in reality it's not the tornado, it's scud. So you can mistake a scud for a tornado now, which is a good thing, more realistic. And then storm base height is now more variable, which means they can vary in heights now. You can have a high base storm and a low base storm based on, I think, thermodynamics, I believe, is now based off of as well. So now you can get more heights, so these storms can be very low to the ground or very high up. And now we have the reworked thermodynamic profiles, where higher cape is now possible, because I believe in 1.21.1 the highest cape some people can get is on 5,000 joules on a high risk. And you can't get any higher. So significantly higher cape is now more possible. And higher STP and VTP is now more possible. For those who don't know what STP and VTP is, it is significant tornado parameter and violent tornado parameter, which now means you can have a chance for stronger and more violent tornadoes as well. As the higher the number, the better. And I really don't know what the max people got in 1.21.1, but definitely it is not high enough for this to be updated. And then lower end risks were buffed because a lot of people kept in so bad risk for TSTM risk for 3 straight days. And those low, like, marginal risk as well were so bad that it's like, why did you just mark it as a thunderstorm risk? So they have been buffed as well. And now moving on, we have the new KSWV branded vehicles. These are the brand new vehicles coming in the update. On the far left, you have a basic Ford Expedition XLT. It looks like a volunteer chaser vehicle, and then to the next of it is the F-150 Weather Warrior, which is looks like a camera truck and a weather lab as well at the same time. But then right next to it is a Chevy, which is a mobile weather lab, has an anemometer, pressure gauges, and everything. It's a decked out SUV. And next to it is another storm chaser vehicle as well. Could be a transporter vehicle as well, but yeah. These are the new KSWV-TV Severe Storm Recon Unit. Very nice indeed. And then they made the new Interceptors. From the Halloween event, they promised them they will be fully released in the next update, and now here they are. This includes the Armadillo, Tornado Attack, Dorothy, and the Tornado Puncher, as you can see right here. You got the Tornado Attack right here, you got the UTAV right here, which is the Armadillo, and then you got the Tornado Puncher, and then you got the Dorothy right here on the far right. And we don't know the stats of these right now, as I don't know them right now, but we'll find out them when the update releases. And they also reworked the fueling system as well, so the fueling system I think is much faster or more realistic, so a bigger tank takes longer to refuel, which is realistic. And hydroplaning was reduced because some people have issues with that. I can barely press a key on my keyboard, and when I turn left, I was turning when it's raining out, and then I just flew off the road. I literally spawned 360 degrees. So at least it's been reduced. And now pressing T will now switch seats from the turret to driver and vice versa, and it now officially works in the Doppler wheels as well. All of them, including I think the rack tool as well. And first person in the vehicle has now officially returned, which has been something that I really wanted back in the game, and now here it is. Probes in back of the vehicles has returned as well, as that was a feature removed, I believe, in 1.21, as they were having issues with it as well. But now it is back, and probes are now visual in the back of vehicles, mostly trucks. And they added also more vehicle audio to sound more realistic and more to their type of vehicle as well. So the truck, if there's a new audio for the truck, they have a new truck audio. And now we have probes. There are 3 new probes in the game. The only one we have a visual of is the Pat-Dye probe, which is right here. This was leaked to the Twisted Discord, I think 3 days ago. And it looks nice, and I still don't know what it all does. It is a portable analyzer of technical tornado information. So I really don't know what the capabilities it has, but hopefully we'll find that out when update releases. But we don't know what the Dot 3 is and Tin Man is, as there was no images shown on these probes. So we'll find out what they look like in-game. And now Dominator 3 has now particles to their rocket probes, because before this update, when you shot the rocket off, it just flung up and disappeared. You never saw where it shot off to, but now, when you shoot them off, there's going to be particles shooting off from the back like a real rocket, so you're able to see where it all ends up, and it's much more realistic as well. The probe pickup system has been redone, as shown in the trailer. You have to wait a couple of seconds before you can pick up a probe as well, and I think it's the same thing when you put it down as well. The sunrise and sunset atmosphere was redone and improved to be much more realistic and much more vibrant in colors. So I can't wait to see amazing screenshots of sunrises and sunsets with tornadoes. The intercepting visuals have also been improved as well, which is amazing. So now you'll be able to see a lot more rain, wind, inflow, and everything. More tornado immersive. Morning fog now behaves more realistically, instead of being unrealistic where the entire map's like all gone. And some other stuff that happens. Daytime is now longer and earlier. Daytime is now 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. in this update. I mean 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. in this update. And before, I believe it was 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. in 1.21.1. so at least we got more daytime. Power flashes at night are now longer, and not longer, larger. So which means now you can see more power flashes now. They're going to be a lot larger, so you'll be able to see them from far distance. And it'll be in clouds that vary day by day, so you can have a very sunny sky, partly sunny, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, and a completely cloudy day as well, which makes it a lot more immersive and different every day. Not the same. It's not the same old, same old. And tree sign swaying is now more intensive and immersive, as trees now can fully bend, because before the trees barely bent, signs barely moved when a tornado hits, so now they're much, much better. And the quality of life changes include polished reworked lobby system, spawn system's a lot better, reworked city spawn, the reworked radar and radome / product selection system, so I think they're now buttons, I believe. We'll have to figure that out when the update comes out. Mesonet behavior now acts better for the wind speeds and direction. Minimap performance has also been improved as well. Mouse sensitivity and radar movement, so now you have more mouse sensitivity, so now it helps when scrolling through the radar. Player damage now occurs from impact rather than progressive damage, which I rather like see impact damage, so which means you have a chance to survive on impact, which is nice. And now tornado warnings will now scare properly with tornadoes. So which means now you won't have a small tornado warning for a very 2-mile wide tornado. So now you have a properly sized tornado warning. And radar now updates player position every second instead of every radar update. So at least now you know you're not going to run off the road or hit a stop sign. Probes will now show on the minimap, so now you can't lose your probe unless you're within the vicinity of the minimap. Flashlights are now brighter and cover further distance, because as before they were very low distance and yeah, they were very dim. They implement the health bar instead of just a screen blur, so now at least you know how much your health is at, so if you're just walking out to a tornado, at least you'll know how much health you have left before you say hello to Mother Nature. And they also improved console controls as well. They have a left D-pad for cinematic mode, LB and RB for turn signals, Y for vehicle lights, L3 for the horn, D-pad up/down for gear shifting in non-arcade mode, and I believe these weren't controls as before. And then we have all amount of bug fixes here. They fixed the probe placement being desynced, so which means you can place a probe on a cliff and sometimes it doesn't do it, or it somehow places it through everything, so yeah. They also fixed Fury Away not giving money upon order completion. Well, it means you're being robbed there. Fixed Dials not giving income if convoy members were scanned instead of a vehicle owner. And they also fixed Zulu time on NW's bulletin board not showing properly, because Zulu time was messed up in there. It somehow showed different timing than what it actually would be. And then they fixed some trees not swaying in the wind. Some trees were perfectly still, some trees were not. They also fixed some tree leaves having collisions, which they should not. And so at least now they have collisions. And not collisions anymore. They also fixed the explanation of thermodynamic properties being cut off, so now you can read the actual full text. They also fixed being able to spawn in towns being impacted by tornadoes, so you should be able to spawn there, or maybe not. They also fixed the intense straight line winds only occurring one time per storm, so now you have more chance of straight line winds, which is best, which is what I always want. They also fixed sounds not muffling properly. They also fixed the Roblox shop, occasionally showing the wrong shop items. Weird. They also fixed several vehicle-related issues. The garage break after customized vehicles. Oh, I had that bug a lot. At least that's fixed. And they also fixed deployment error spamming if deployment fails. They also fixed various map bugs like floating trees, floating bushes, some other stuff as well. They also fixed Jacko showing up if you do not own the vehicle. Well, that's weird. They also fixed Mesonets not properly reading storm winds, which I had that issue too. At least now that's been finally fixed. They also fixed the IMAX controller inputs being inversed. Well, that's weird. And finally, they fixed despawning NPCs causing animations to persist, so at least now you won't be stuck in animations for the rest of your Roblox life. And that is everything I have here today in this 1.21.2 changelog. And it'll be releasing today, November 29th, 2025, at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. on Eastern Time as well. And thank you guys for watching today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm Adventure James. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.